Welcome to Brand Management course, Unit Market Potential and Sales Forecasting. Topic: Planning for Involvement in International Market. Definition of International Marketing. According to Ketora, international marketing is the performance of business activities that direct the flow of goods and services to consumers and users in more than one nation. Let us understand the scope of international marketing. International marketing constitutes the following areas of business, starting with exports and imports. International trade can be a good beginning to venture into international marketing. By developing international markets for domestically produced goods and services, a company can reduce the risk of operating internationally, gain adequate experience, and then go on to set up manufacturing and marketing facilities abroad. The second scope of international marketing: contractual agreements. Patent licensing, turnkey operations, co-production, technical and managerial knowledge, and licensing agreements are part of international marketing. Licensing includes a number of contractual agreements whereby intangible assets such as patents, trade secrets, and brand names are made available to foreign firms in return for a fee. The third scope for international marketing is joint ventures. A form of collaborative association for a considerable period is known as joint venture. A joint venture comes into existence when a foreign investor acquires interest in a local company and vice versa, or when overseas and local firms jointly form a new firm. In countries where fully owned firms are not allowed to operate, joint venture is the alternative. The fourth scope of international marketing is wholly owned manufacturing. A company with long-term interest in a foreign market may establish fully owned manufacturing facilities. Factors like trade barriers, cost differences, government policies encourage the setting up of production facilities in foreign markets. Manufacturing abroad provides the firm with total control over quality and production. The fifth scope of international marketing is contract manufacturing. When a firm enters into a contract with other firm in foreign country to manufacture and assemble the product and retain product marketing within itself, it is known as contract manufacturing. Contract manufacturing has important advantages such as low risk, low cost, and easy exit. The sixth scope of international marketing is management contracting. Under a management contract, the supplier brings a package of skills that will provide an integrated service to the client without incurring the risk and benefit of ownership. The seventh scope of international marketing is third country location. When there is no commercial transactions between two countries due to various reasons, firm which wants to enter into the market of another nation will have to operate from a third country base. For instance, Taiwan's entry into China through bases in Hong Kong. Eighth scope of international marketing is mergers and acquisitions. Mergers and acquisitions provide access to markets, distribution network, new technology, and patent rights. It also reduces the level of competition for firms which either merge or acquires. The ninth scope of international marketing is strategic alliances. A firm is able to improve the long-term competitive advantage by forming a strategic alliance with its competitors. The objective of a strategic alliance is to leverage critical capabilities, increase the flow of innovation, and increase flexibility in responding to market and technological changes. Strategic alliance differs according to the purpose structure. On the basis of purpose, strategic alliance can be classified as technology developed alliances like research consortia, simultaneous engineers require agreements, or joint development agreements. Then marketing, sales, and services alliance, in which a company makes use of the marketing infrastructure of another company in the foreign market for its products. Then multiple activity alliance involves the combining of two or more types of alliances. For instance, technology development and operations alliance are generally multi-country alliance. The last scope of international marketing is counter trade. Counter trade is a form of international trade in which export and import transactions are directly interlinked. That is, import of goods are paid by export of goods. It is therefore a form of barter between countries. Let us understand the approaches to international marketing. The differences in international orientation and approach can be used to categorize the international marketing into different forms. A domestic company may initially start with ethnically closed markets and extend its operations across the world in its final stage. The approaches are domestic marketing extension concept, multi-domestic marketing concept, and global marketing concept. So what is domestic marketing extension concept? The companies guided by this are casual players in overseas markets. For them, the overseas markets serve as conduits for directing surplus production. They use overseas markets as a buffer for checking the demand fluctuation in the domestic market. This concept is usually preferred by small companies or even by large companies operating in a competitive industries. The overseas operation of such companies are usually restricted to exports in certain niche, such as approach is also known as ethnocentric. The next approach is multi-domestic marketing concept. As the overseas operations of the companies grow, they recognize the need for a different approach to international marketing. The operations of companies can acquire forms of overseas joint ventures, licensing agreements, overseas manufacturing and marketing. The subsidiaries operating in overseas markets are recognized as independent business units with autonomy to operate in their markets. So within their respective markets, the subsidiaries behave as a domestic companies, so deriving only from strategic guidelines from their head offices. The companies usually become multinational corporations at this stage. The controls are decentralized to facilitate local operations, are classified as multi-domestic marketing concept. Lastly, global marketing concept. As the companies direct their approach to become a global company, they acquire a global perspective in their operations. Such companies look for lucrative business and investment opportunities on global basis. They derive synergy by sourcing the resources from across the globe, by selecting those markets which can provide the inputs to business in most cost-effective manner. Thank you.